So, to answer this question, I think we need a little bit more information on how exactly the species is operating in its native indigenous land. So, we know that as an invasive species, um, this particular species is not particularly um, it's thriving in the ecosystem, but a little bit too well in its non-indigenous, you know, area. But in its native or indigenous area, it is, on the brink of extinction and or endangered. So, in order to solve this problem, I think that bringing it to a new area, letting it thrive, despite doing a little bit of harm to its environment, might be beneficial in the end if we were to reintroduce it, back to its native land. It kind of reminds me of, the Yellowstone, introducing the wolves into Yellowstone, although, this is a little bit different. It's possible that it could, help the ecosystem thrive even more. It could have extremely beneficial ecological effects, but it is kind of like a double-sided knife. On one end, you have it, causing harm, and it's unfortunate because it is endangered. So, it's it's something you kind of have to let play out, I guess. You kind of have to let it do a little bit of harm in order to thrive. Just as we spoke about in the earlier discussion about like hunting endangered animals, it's not the best conservation method, but um, it in the end is kind of helping them, in one particular area, whereas it's not thriving in another. So maybe, letting them cause just a slight bit of harm will actually go a long way in reintroducing it back, to its native land and helping it thrive there instead. Um, but, you have to think about, that's why I said you have to have a little bit more detail. What exactly is this species contributing towards the ecosystem in its native land, its indigenous land? And then we can go on from there. But that would be my first method of what we should do with these, how we should handle them, you know but I would need a little bit more information on how exactly what roles it plays in its native ecosystem, and what are the benefits in bringing it back, reintroducing it, because we know exactly how how they're affecting their non-indigenous landscape and ecosystem.